In this video, we're going to look at sketching floor plans. So for some of you, this might be your first time sketching a floor plan. What I recommend first is looking at some reference. If you have some requirements, so if you have to do a L-shaped kitchen, or if you need an island, or if you have a U-shaped kitchen, I recommend maybe starting there first. So you can use any media you want. For me, I just like to use ballpoint pen. You can come back in later and darken up some of your favorite sketches with fine liner or a Sharpie. You can experiment with as much media as you wish. These sketches are for you, so typically I don't show these sketches to the client. These are just to get the ball rolling in your head, thinking about what type of design you'd like to create. So I've already got a couple sketches here on the page. I usually fill up the entire page with some ideas. I might do 2 or 3 sketches larger and then do some ones smaller. Okay, so this one's spending more time detailing it out. I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to do here. When I'm also doing this, I'm thinking about the functionality of the space. So is it an effective work triangle? Okay, so work triangle is the space from the sink to the stove to the refrigerator. So now I'm sort of drawing in the top of the stove here so you can tell what that is. I got my sink, I've got my refrigerator. I'm thinking about adding a dining space to the other side of this. And thinking about adding in a bay window into this breakfast nook. Alright, so next thing I want to show you is also you can draw with your iPad or tablet. So my favorite sketching program on my iPad is Autodesk Sketchbook. So I already got a couple sketches here from a previous session, just playing around with it. And again, these are very loose. When you get into a computer or you get onto an iPad or tablet, don't tighten up. Sometimes you feel like you have to do that when you get into a computer. Nice thing about sketching digitally is you can have layers. And if you have a stylus like I do, it works just like pen and paper or a pencil and paper, except you can undo. So if you're someone that's really picky about your lines, you can undo to your heart's content. Okay, so here's kind of a finished sketch I did. Chicken scratch, but that's okay. It's just for me. It's just to get some ideas out, ideas going in my head. So the next thing I want to look at here is this app called Floor Plan for the iPad. And I've already started laying out a basic box here, 20 foot by 20 foot kitchen. And I'm extending the sides out a little bit so I can get some more stuff in there. I've got my work triangle set up with my stove, my sink, and my refrigerator. I've got a table in there, and I just put in a bay window. I'm looking for, now I believe I'm looking for a closet or some doors. And one of the things you'll see in this is a nice little app to quickly get things done. But when you get into small things, the functionality isn't as nice. So I go up to trim white space in this app to zoom in the area that I'm working on and crop off the extra area. Okay, so now I'm looking for some doors to make an outdoor French door with a patio. So eventually these doors I won't end up using because I can't get them to rotate how I want them to work. It's got a rough patio here. And a nice thing about this app is you can just continue to work with the space. So if you're running out of real estate, you can just grab one of the lines and pull on it and extend the sides some more. So now I'm trying to block in a pantry space, and for some reason it won't let me rescale this closet. So I'm just going to draw it out. And again, sometimes when you're working with small things, it doesn't work as effective as you want it to. But the reason why I like to use this as opposed to AutoCAD on the computer or something is because, you know, when you work in AutoCAD or Revit or SketchUp or other computer software all day, it's nice to get away from the computer desk and go somewhere else. You know, you can go to a coffee shop, or you can be in front of the TV, or just someplace maybe even outside to enjoy work off of the computer setting. Or if you have like a long transit, so if you commute by train or bus, this is perfect. Okay, so I've got my pantry space in. Trying to add a divider here so I can make a separate pull-out for the pantry next to the refrigerator, but it's not letting me do that. It's not letting me drag that little wall section up. So I think I'm just going to forget about it. And my door got moved down. My doorway got moved down before, so I moved that back into space. Okay, so now I'm just looking for a work area to put next to the refrigerator. Okay, so this is pretty much finished up. So from here, this is exported PDF. I can bring that into another piece of software and start working from there.